6.5 parallel lines, take one.
6.5 parallel lines. The thing is, A and B, they're not parallel.
Thanks, guys. You are correct. A and B are not parallel in this. If they were parallel, there would be some sort of notation that would say, hey, line A and line B are parallel. But we do know that line C is what we call a transversal because it intersects two other coplanar lines because these are all on a plane. Let's talk about alternate interior angles. Think about the words you hear. Alternate, either, other. Interior. So you have these two lines and you have this transversal. So the alternate interior angles are the ones that are between these two lines, but they're on alternate sides of the transversal. So angle 3 would be the alternate interior with angle 6. And we would have angle 4 is the alternate interior with angle 5. We also have corresponding angles. So you know how we have this intersection of 4 angles meeting here? You also have this intersection of 4 angles meeting here. And what corresponding angles means is the angles that are in the same spot. So you've got angle 1, which is in the top left-hand corner. What other angle is in the top left-hand corner? You're correct, angle 5. And if we talk about the angle 2, it's in the top right-hand corner. So what over here is in the top right-hand corner? Angle 6. So these are corresponding because they're in the matching corners. All right, can you finish it off? Angle 3 is corresponding with, that is correct, angle 7. And there's only one option left. That is angle 4 is corresponding with angle 8. They are corresponding because they are in matching corners.
Hello, my name is Anzola, and this is 6.5 parallel lines. Parallel lines.
All right, so line L and line M are in fact parallel lines.
Yeah.
We know that because we have this parallel sign, which says that line L and line M are parallel. Otherwise, you can't assume that they are parallel. We have the transversal, line N, and then I've labeled all these angles. So parallel lines, two lines that lie on the same plane but do not intersect. So how that works is, let's say you have two parallel lines, okay, and they are going to be on the same plane. If they're not on the same plane, you're going to have, you might have two lines that don't intersect, but they're not on the same plane, so they're not actually parallel. They're just two lines that don't intersect. So if they're parallel, they're actually laying on the same line. So, this is in red because this is very important. If a transversal intersects two parallel lines, so these are parallel, and I have this transversal, all this is true. Then each pair of corresponding angles and alternate interior angles are congruent. So what we're going to do is we are going to look at this and we are going to decide which ones are corresponding. Okay? And these angles are actually going to be the same. So angle 1 is corresponding with angle 5. So if they're congruent, then we are going to put angle 1 is congruent to angle 5. And this is true because these lines are parallel and we have a transversal. Angle 1 and angle 5 are congruent because they are corresponding angles on a parallel line. So we are talking about corresponding angles right here. Okay? What else? Let's see. Angle 2 is going to be congruent with angle 6. Yes. And angle 3 is going to be congruent with angle, what does it correspond with? Angle 7. And take a look at that, guys. Does it look like angle 3 and angle 7 seem to be the same angle? Yeah, they're both acute. Okay? Just like angle 1 and angle 5 are both obtuse. And because L and M are parallel, they are in fact the same angle. All right, and we have one more set of congruent angles. It's going to be angle 4 is corresponding with angle 8, and so therefore they are congruent. Okay? We are also told that the alternate interior angles are congruent. So let's talk about what the alternate interior angles are. So these were all the corresponding. The alternate interior ones are going to be, well, remember, they're interior in between the parallel lines, and they're the ones that are on alternate sides. So 3 and 6 are on alternate sides. So those are the, angle 3 is going to be congruent to angle 6 since the lines are parallel. just like angle 4 and angle 5 are going to be congruent because they're alternate interior angles. A lot of people often ask me, well, what about the alternate exterior angles? Well, I guess in a sense that would be 1 and 8. At this point, we're just using these two vocab words. But in fact, if you have two parallel lines, not only is angle 1 and angle 4 congruent because they're vertical, but 4 is congruent to 5 because they're alternate interior, and 5 is congruent to 8 because it is vertical angles. So all of those, 1, 4, 5, and 8 end up being congruent, just like 2, 3, 6, and 7 all end up being congruent. Thank you for watching.